How's it going, everybody? And in today's video, we're going to be talking about why, in order to achieve success, you need to suffer. Before we get into the video, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting, as it will help out the channel and help this video reach people who will benefit from it. Now, when you want to achieve something that's good, it requires very hard work. So, for example, I used to weigh 205 pounds in 2023, and I was very unhappy with myself. I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't fit into all the clothes that I owned. And yeah, I wasn't happy. From October of 2023 till now, basically, I changed my lifestyle and diet so that I can achieve the goal I want to. I went from 205 pounds to 180 pounds, which is what I am right now. And in order to achieve that, it wasn't easy. It wasn't one day I woke up and said, yeah, I'm going to do this and that so I can be more fit. What I did was I changed my diet to the keto diet and started implementing fasting in my day-to-day routine. And my whole point is to reach the goal that you want. So my goal was to lose the weight. You have to go through some sort of suffering. My suffering was not eating the junk food that was making me fat, even though I was craving it and became accustomed to eating it. And also, not forcing myself, but building the discipline to be consistent with eating healthy food, and as well as going through prolonged periods of fasting, of not eating. That was the hardest part, because essentially I was robbing myself of the most basic human necessity, which is food, besides water and oxygen. And I was forcing myself to be hungry. It's not like I was in a situation where I couldn't eat. I had to consciously choose to not eat, and consciously choose to put myself through suffering. So when you do that, when you consciously put yourself through suffering, as a result, you build the discipline and willpower, and as well as your motivation and your dopamine kind of like go back in order naturally. The more dopamine you have, the more motivated you are, and willingly you are to do the hard work. So yeah, my point is I changed my diet and I put myself through the fasting, and I saw the results that I wanted. I saw the results that for a very long time I thought were impossible for myself to achieve. I lost 25 pounds of weight, and now I'm so much happier. I look better in my clothes, and it doesn't stop there. Obviously, I'm starting to work out and continue implementing healthier choices in my diet and lifestyle. But yeah, that's the point of this video. It doesn't matter what you want to do, you have to suffer. It's very, very straightforward and basic. It's with anything. You want to build muscle, okay, you have to go to the gym and work out and go through these intense workouts. The same thing, they're hard to do. You're putting yourself through pain by building these muscles. You want to build a successful business, okay, you have to sacrifice your time. You have to put a lot of work into something and be very consistent. Again, that's more so of a mental pain or whatever, but that's my point. Putting yourself through pain and turmoil is the only way to succeed. Obviously, yeah, you need to be consistent. You need to have the discipline and willpower and whatnot, but it all starts by punishing yourself and just not choosing the easy way out. When you're in a situation where you have a choice of doing something that's good for you, and you have the choice of doing it and not doing it. For me personally, I have a lot of times where it's like I don't picture myself doing it, or like something in me just doesn't want me to do it. You have to push past that and just punish yourself and do it. It's just straightforward. And as simple as it is, at the same time, it's a little bit complicated to do, because I can say just do it as much as I can, but again, as long as you don't start somewhere and push yourself somehow, you're not going to get the ball rolling. Yeah, you might not have the willpower and discipline and whatnot, but it all starts somewhere. So when you have a goal in mind, the best way to approach it is to start gradually and just force yourself to do it. Don't think twice of like, oh, of these coping mechanisms and whatnot. Don't think twice, just do it, because if you don't do it, you're going to be stuck in where you are and you're not going to achieve what you want. When I was 205 pounds, there were many times where I tried changing so I can achieve my goal, but I kept falling back. But again, it's the consistency of going through that and just building the willpower and discipline to push myself is what brought me to my goal and helped me achieve a success in that realm. And it's the same concept for anything. Like I just keep saying over and over, weight training, business, health, your spiritualness, anything you want to achieve, you can't do it by coping and just accepting your lifestyle and having this complacency of not being happy and but still accepting where you are in life. There's a big difference where I talk about punishing yourself and suffering, such as fasting and working out and doing the hard work, versus suffering in the sense of you're living a crappy life and you're suffering and you hate it, but you don't do anything to change. Those are two different things. When I say punishing yourself, it's not the same as suffering this crappy life of yours. That living that type of life is not a way of suffering and punishing yourself to build more willpower and discipline. That's a different type of suffering. That's a complacency type of thing where you don't have the willpower and discipline to get yourself out of there. Therefore, you become complacent even though you don't like your current situation. So that's where it all stems. Your first step is to just push yourself and do the hard work, even if you don't want to. In a way, a good way to view this is just to be so upset with yourself, like hold a grudge against yourself and your brain, kind of like how dare you keep me in this current state? Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's your brain that keeps you in this state. It's your brain that convinces you to make the bad choices and not do the good choices. Again, even if you don't like it, at the end of the day, it's your brain that makes you do these impulsive things. So kind of like payback. If you want to get payback at someone, get payback at yourself and teach yourself a lesson in a way. Same thing with me. How dare I get myself to that state of being 205 pounds? I looked horrible. I felt disgusting. So how dare I? As a result, I'm going to punish you by taking away the things that I liked, which at that point of time was junk food, and eating whenever I wanted to, and forcing myself to eat better and implement fasting to help my weight loss journey. So I really hope this video helps you understand it in that point of view, because that's what I believe will help you propel yourself in this self-improvement journey, viewing success that way and understanding what it takes to get yourself where you want to be in life. Again, whether it's losing weight, gaining muscle, building a successful business, building good habits, this is what it takes. Pushing yourself beyond that point and getting yourself through a state of pain and suffering and punishment, and that way you grow stronger and are able to put yourself in that same loop of continuing to be consistent and pushing yourself, and therefore get you to your destination. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, thank you again. Again, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and commenting down below. And thank you so much for watching.